Hey, big on the barrel, barrel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we've gotten to the point already in this sort of Halloween season where I have run out of Christmas songs. So hey, put in the comments what your favorite Christmas song is, and I will vaguely mumble it. I will vaguely mumble it in the next video that I make in October. How's it going, everybody? I'm Connor. I love stories, and every single day, sans the past couple, I am going to review something Halloween related every single day because you know what? Spooky month. We're going to talk about Halloween stuff, and today, why don't we go and we talk about the thing that Halloween is most famous for? And that's the whole, being dead thing.
Hey, Adam Driver, you killed Han Solo. Not cool, bro. The whole being dead thing.
No. I'm not talking about Broadway. I'm not talking about Broadway. I promise you. The moment that I talk about Broadway is the moment that my true self is revealed, and I am revealed to be just the greatest nerd of all time. Which we're getting there. We're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. So bear with me. We're not going to be talking about Broadway today, but we are going to be talking about Beetlejuice. Tim Burton continues to haunt my dreams. Every night he comes into my room, he taps me on the shoulder, and he just whispers sweet nothings to me. And while normally this would be just horrible, horrific, because it's October, I just have to let it happen. But yeah, we're talking about Beetlejuice because I saw this movie with a group this time. When I did my Corpse Bride video, my buddy Nate texted me and said, "Hey Connor, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off, Connor." And I'm like, "Why is that, Nate?" And he said, "Because I told you that if you're gonna watch Tim Burton movies, you're gonna watch them with me." And I said, "Okay, well we're gonna watch Beetlejuice then. Are you down?" And he's like, "Absolutely." So me and Nate and a couple of my friends just got together and we watched Beetlejuice. And so today I'm going to be talking about what I thought about that movie, because I do have actual thoughts. I actually have things to say about it this time. Wow, imagine that. Hey, if you like this type of stuff, be sure you subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year, and your support in that would be phenomenal. So if you could, please do that. Thanks so much. So the first thing I just want to get out of the way, I thought that there'd be more Beetlejuice in this movie called Beetlejuice. I had never seen this movie before, and I just remember that Beetlejuice is like the staple of Halloween, mainly because of Tim Burton and the just stranglehold he has on Halloween as a whole and spookiness as a whole. So I knew pretty much only that going in, that Tim Burton is huge in this, and it really reflects his style, and also Beetlejuice is a huge Halloween thing. I did know one other thing, and that's the plot of Beetlejuice the musical. We're not talking about Broadway. But what I will say is this movie is freaking ridiculous. And in some ways that's really, really freaking fun and freaking fantastic, and I love it, and it's hilarious. And then on the other hand, it just sort of leaves a lot to be desired, at least in my opinion. Tim Burton's always been really good at the visual stuff. He's been really, really good at creating environments that are just wild and wacky, just playing with the mode of film. I talked a lot about that in Corpse Bride, and I don't really want to repeat myself over and over, but what I will say is when this gets weird, it gets weird. And that can be really freaking fun. There's a scene where the ghost family, the husband and wife, Barbara and I forgot his name. Barbara and the other one contort their faces so that they can more effectively scare people. And when they do that, they add this prosthetic and stuff, and it's super freaking funny and just a lot of fun. It's stuff like that that makes this movie just super visually appealing. It's a lot of show don't tell with a lot of the humor, especially in this. What I will say though, that's pretty much all you're gonna get from this movie. At least that's what I got from it. If you walk into this thinking that you're gonna get some crazy metaphor about death or some profound meaning to anything like that, which I did because the only preconceived notion that I had was the Broadway musical that tackles grief and loss and trauma. You're not going to get that from here. What you are going to get is a lot of visuals and a lot of really exciting things that they do with the visuals, and a lot of really funny moments. It's a funny moments compilation for a lot of it. Michael Keaton is Michael Keaton. He's a lot of fun in this. It really shows that he's just loving to just go full send into this ridiculous persona. So he does a really good job here, putting that and bringing that to life. He's really the standout. Winona Ryder makes her debut, I believe, in this movie, and she's fine. A little bit of a pick-me girl, which I mean, that's fair, knowing the context of this movie. Other than that, though, not really a whole lot of standout performances. I think that kind of adds to it because this is much more of an ensemble cast. You know, it follows this married couple, but overall, like, you see everything from all these different people's perspectives. It's not really just following one specific perspective. You have all these people with different wants and needs. I think that they do that really well. But again, I want to stress that this is not crazy. It's not super, super wild. It's not super game-breaking, game-changing. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun time. I had a fun time. Me and my friends were laughing a lot. It really delivers on that end. But if you're looking for something super meaningful and super compelling, you'll find it somewhere else. Maybe you didn't need to hear that from me. Maybe I just had a completely different notion on how this movie was going to go than literally everybody else. But when I walked into it and then walked out of it, and then I stewed on it for a little bit, that's really all I got. But you know what? That's just how I feel. You can completely think that this is one of Tim Burton's greatest pieces of art ever. You can think that this is a staple of Halloween. I can absolutely see why you would think that. There's a lot of really fun things about this movie. That's just where I stand. And so that's where I'm going to continue to stand. Until then, I'm Connor. I love stories. And I will see you again real soon. Take care.